Hi, welcome to Forex in 4. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started.
Good morning. Today is March 5th, 2010. Like a scene out of the movie Trading Places, all eyes are on the U.S. non-farm payrolls reports this morning. That comes out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this report comes out on the first Friday of every month, and this is usually the biggest mover of the market for Forex traders. And we'll take a look at some charts here in a second. You can kind of see this one I'm looking at right here. Just always start with Aussie USD, but as you can see, right at 8:30 here, nice big move with the bars, and if you were actually watching it live, you would have seen many different formations that occurred within that 5-minute time frame. So it's always a volatile time when this report comes out. So the report did come out, and it looks like we lost 36,000 jobs versus an expectation of 65,000, while the unemployment rate held steady at 9.7%. So while this is good news in that the market was kind of counting on this 65,000 number, it's really showing that the employment picture is not improving. We may be stabilizing, but not improving. So the market's reading this as a good thing. When I wrote this morning, it was still pretty volatile. We didn't know what was going to happen, but the idea was that risk taking was probably going to be the theme of the day, and so far that's held up. So just looking here at Aussie USD, you can see the move that happened from 8:30 onward. Nice little move right there. But other than that, there's no real news out of the Aussie. Nothing happening there. Kiwi, we're seeing nice rebounds in Kiwi. I just want to show you the Kiwi yen right here. You can see right at 8:30 on that news, big move. So it's clearly a risk-taking move. The Kiwi's been a little bit oversold lately, as it looked like carry traders were sort of moving towards the loonie a little bit in hopes that interest rates are going to be rising there faster. So the Kiwi's up pretty good today. This is the biggest mover, as you can see, is Kiwi yen, up 2.5%. Same thing with the loonie. Loonie's higher as well. You can kind of see the moves here. Looney's actually giving back a little bit versus the Kiwi. We can look at this here on let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. And you'll see right here the loonie had been experiencing some strength versus the Kiwi, as carry traders are expecting loonie or Canadian interest rates to move before New Zealand's. Other news, let's take a look at British pound. Not much happening here as far as movement goes, but they just came out with their producer prices this morning, and prices are higher than they've been in the last 14 months, a little bit higher than the government's target rate, which means that they could be experiencing some inflation. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens as they left their quantitative easing measures in place yesterday. It's going to be interesting to see what they do going forward. Euro, let's see, Euro, just this whole Greece deal. I mean, you've got the whole Greece versus Germany thing going on. Greeks are mad because of the austerity measures the government's taking to try and cut the deficit. Germans are mad because they potentially may have to bail out the Greeks if these measures don't work. So a lot going on there, but today is sort of a quiet day, if you will, for the euro. U.S. dollar, we talked about. Mainly dollars trading today on risk themes. As you can see here, dollar is lower versus the Kiwi as well as the loonie. We were looking at Aussie dollar there, same deal. Dollar is higher against the yen, which lines up with the risk themes. And if you take a look at how this worked out on the 5-minute chart, let's look at this one day. Yeah, look at that move right there, right on non-farm payrolls report. So you can see the volatility there, how it happens. The reason why yen is so weak today is because it looks like the government may be winning the battle versus Bank of Japan as far as having Bank of Japan boost credit easing. So it's going to be interesting to see if that happens. Their meeting's coming up next week, so we're going to have to wait and see on that one. So when you're looking at the markets here, you can see that it looks like it's in a risk-taking mood, but at some point it occurs to me that the market's going to start needing to trade on good news, not just less bad news. We still have unemployment at 9.7%, which hey, that's not so hot, let's face it, but but obviously it could be worse. So the could be worse crowd is buying today, but the naysayers, the bears, they may be using this opportunity to get short. So we'll have to see what happens, but that's it for this morning. Everybody have a nice weekend, and I'll see you next week.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.